How are you today? This course is specially brought to you by Malaysia Productivity Corporation. In this lesson, we will cover the intervention phase of the RTD case study. Your tasks are to identify main behavioral gaps, develop behavioral strategies to overcome the barriers, and design the experiments. Let us start with the first one, identifying behavioral gaps. In this case, the baseline is 30% of customers paying via cashless, and the intended behavior is 95%. Thus, the gap is 65%. That is quite a significant gap. Do you agree? Next, let me ask you how you plan to change the behavior and meet the 95% target. Tell me your strategies. You can pause your video for a while. What can you do here? First, let me tell you possible strategies here through modifying the contexts. Typical RTD branches have about 10 counters to perform various transactions using cash and cashless. Well, at this point you can nudge customers by increasing the number of dedicated cashless counters only. So, for example, you increase to 8 counters, thus leaving 2 counters for cash and cashless counters. Secondly, the officer will promote cashless payment at the counter where customers collect the queue number, since you can pay across 10 counters. Thus, you can complete your transaction faster than making a cash payment. Do you get the idea of how you could modify the contexts? Next, you have to design the experiment. How do you plan to do that? Would you use randomized controlled trial (RCT) experiments? Pause your video for a while to allow you to think. In this case, RCT would be a challenge to do since most customers do transactions once a year, thus sampling them, and we have to wait for a long time before taking action for another transaction at the RTD branch. Therefore, we performed the experiments for all customers for the 6 participating branches in this case. Consequently, you can also compare with other RTD branches where the modification of context does not happen. That is our game plan. Let us go to the next phase for the actual field experiment focused on behavioral insights. Thank you. Stay safe and productive.